I read him one time. You can do it better. Thank you guys.
Woo! Welcome home, Aden! Welcome home!
Come on, son. Good job. Happy start, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Looks like you brought the ring.
This is my son.
That's
Also.
okay. We
Take a
need the
picture
ring.
with him. Take a picture.
Coming up next, I'd like to give special recognition and to our next guest speaker. Can everybody please give a round of applause to Dan Carter, a local attorney of Fresno.
It is cold and that light is positioned just right to go into my eyes, but make it hard to see my notes. So I am going to do my best. I want to introduce myself. I'm Aden's uncle. I've got a special connection to Aden. I've known Aden since he was born. I saw him in diapers. I saw him when he played Little League Soccer. I saw him when he began motorcycle racing. I've watched him grow into the young man he is today, and I'm proud to say that he's my nephew and that I'm his uncle. I want to begin by thanking Rise Inc. I want to thank the President, Tu Lee, for hosting us, both Vice Presidents, Johnny Lee and Ba He, the Chief Security Officer, Danny Lee, who greeted me when I arrived at the property today. And I'd also like to thank the Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Lee Lee. I saw from the website that there's a 30-member board. I want to thank all of them as well, because they make Rise possible. They make the work that Rise does in the community possible. I'd like to acknowledge the work that they're doing for the Hmong community, which pours over into the entire Fresno, Clovis metropolitan community, and into the entire Valley community, and it strengthens all of those communities. I want to thank Cali Shine Racing and Cali Shine Import Production for supporting Aden in his career. I want to thank the President, Aden Thao. I want to thank the other officers, Kenji He and Sharpeek Lee. All of them need no introduction. Yes. They are well known and they are doing great work. Again, in the Hmong community, they are a young business. They inspire businesses from this community and all communities. Again, they are a positive reflection on the Fresno community as a whole. And I look forward to seeing bigger and better things out of both Rise Inc. and Cali Shine Import Production and Cali Shine Racing as we go forward into 2022 and things reopen and return to normalcy. I look forward to seeing both of these, all three of these organizations grow and inspire the youth in this community. I want to acknowledge all of the other speakers. Councilman Vong is a very hard act to follow. I've seen him speak. I work as a trial attorney here in Fresno County, and every time I see Councilman Vong speak, I tell myself, if I can get as comfortable as Councilman Vong in front of a jury and in front of a judge, I will never lose a case. I will never lose even one juror. He is an excellent communicator. He tells excellent stories, and those stories are relatable across cultural lines. Everyone can relate to them, and he is an excellent teacher and a valuable asset to the community. Again, I want to acknowledge Tsis Thao. He is a leader in the community. I've seen him around at every Hmong event that I've been to. I've seen him at family events. I've met him. I began working with him personally. He's also another tough act to follow. When he starts to talk, everyone in the room pays attention. People who don't speak Hmong. pay attention. They know when he talks that you better listen. Again, even though I lose most of what he's saying and understand very little, I see the power in that, and I strive to emulate that. I see that in my oldest brother, Aden Thao, who's mentioned several times. Again, when he speaks, people listen. He is a role model to me. And I want to acknowledge Aden's dad, Locha, and thank him again for inviting me to speak. I'm honored and I'm humbled to be here sitting at a table with leaders of the Hmong community in education, in business, and in politics. All of the members that are here, all of the guests that have been acknowledged and mentioned several times are examples of positivity and success. They're examples of positivity and success through adversity and without all of the advantages that everyone whose family has been in the United States a long time has had. They are true inspirations to me. When I'm going to shift a little bit, I'm going to shift back to Aden. And when I think of Aden, and when I think of the purpose of us coming here today to recognize his accomplishments in now professional sports, I was given notice that I was going to be giving a speech late Wednesday night, and I didn't know what to say. I'm good at putting these things together when I have a lot of time, but I thought about Aden's career, and I thought about another sports hero of mine, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Arnold Schwarzenegger gave a speech at the 2009 commencement for the University of Southern California. The Trojans, they are at the top of college sports. They are generally at the top of football. This year, they didn't do as well as they usually do. But when I thought of Aden's career, I thought about the 6 points that Arnold talked about in his speech. 6 rules for success. And Aden's short career has been very successful, and he exemplifies and fulfills all of these goals of success. Goal number 1 is trust yourself. Aden has always trusted himself. Again, I watched him grow from a baby to the man he is today. He started in soccer. Aden trusted himself. He never lost sight of his goal. When people said he's too small, he doesn't run fast enough, Aden focused his goal on scoring as many goals as he can and carrying his teammates to a championship. Aden truly carried that team. Aden had the same focus and trusted himself in school. He's been successful in school. And now in racing, he trusted himself. When he first got into racing, I heard talk. There's never been a Hmong professional racer. There's never even been a professional motorcycle racer out of Fresno. Aden trusted himself and knew he could succeed. Rule number 2 was break the rules. Don't break the law, break the rules. Do not be limited by rules that other people set for you or the paths that other people expect you to take. Again, Aden wasn't limited in soccer. He didn't take the easy path. He carried his team. And he wasn't limited in his dream of becoming a motorcycle racer. When he first told me, "Uncle Dan, I want to race motorcycles," I thought to myself, wow, that's a big dream. I hope he's successful. Aden never doubted himself. I didn't tell him. All I did was provide encouragement. But Aden didn't follow other people's rules. He followed his own. Rule number 3 was don't be afraid to fail. The first race Aden invited me to was at Button Willow Speedway in Bakersfield. We arrived, we saw Aden's first race, we saw him qualify, we saw him get his pole position. That's his starting position among all the other racers. Aden crashed in his first race. Aden crashed, I thought he injured himself. He destroyed the bike, but he got up, he dusted himself off, and when he was faced with something where most people would quit, it didn't even faze him. He got up, he tried to put his bike back together as best he could with duct tape and with his team working behind him, but he wasn't able to finish that race. He told me when he got back to the tent, "Uncle Dan, there's always the next race." And what Aden did was he got up and he worked harder and he never missed a track day. He got the bike back on the track very shortly and he got back to his winning ways. Rule number 4, ignore the naysayers. Again, Aden is a perfect example of this. And I keep going back to soccer. He's too small for soccer. He's so little, the kids will run over him. Aden didn't listen to any of that. He worked harder, he became one of the fastest runners on the team, and he became the lead goal scorer on his team. And when people said nobody had done this in racing before from the Hmong community or even from Fresno, Aden kept going. He didn't let that phase him. Rule number 5, work like hell. Aden works like hell. Even with the support of his family and the community and everyone here, he could not succeed if he did not work hard. Every time I visit with Aden, I am reminded of this, and I am inspired by him to continue working like hell for my practice and for my family. And to totally steal the words from Arnold's speech in 2009, you cannot climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. Aden has never had his hands in his pockets. He grabbed that ladder, and every time I see him, he encourages me to climb higher on my ladder of success. Rule number 6, Arnold's rule number 6, and several of the other speakers have touched on this. Give something back. Aden's success and the glory that he's gained has given something back to us. It inspires young people in the community, and again, it brings positive attention to our community as a whole. Giving back makes his accomplishments worth more. But Aden knew this lesson before he became a professional, before he gained the success that we're here to celebrate today. Aden gave back to Hmong school children in Thailand with generous donations of books, school supplies, and money. If any of you saw those videos, they will touch your heart. It meant so much to those kids. Several people were crying. I saw that. My eyes got a little wet. I didn't cry, but it tugged at my heartstrings. Aden realized the value of giving back very early. And I want to encourage everyone here, especially the young people who are on their own journey of success and are just starting to climb their ladder of success. I want to encourage everyone, however small, to give something back to those who helped you get where you are today and those in the community. It will make your success that much sweeter. I want to end again by thanking Rise for giving back to the community, for supporting Aden, for bringing positive attention to the Fresno community as a whole. I want to thank Cali Shine Import Productions and Cali Shine Racing for doing the same. And I want to end by congratulating Aden and asking everyone to give him a well-deserved round of applause. Thank you.